Stop. Look at that burger in your child's hand. Now look at those perfect dark charred lines on the meat. You think those grill marks are proof of a fresh, healthy meal cooked over a real flame. You think you're being a good parent by choosing the flame-grilled option. You think your hard-earned money is buying quality. You are being lied to. Every single one of those marks is a calculated industrial scam. Those lines never saw a real fire. They were painted onto that meat in a cold factory week before you even walked into the restaurant. While you try to keep your family healthy, the Golden Arches and the Burger Kingpin are laughing at you. They aren't selling you nutrition, they are selling you a chemical illusion. They spend millions on neuromarketing to make your brain associate these fake black lines with freshness. But in reality, they use those marks to hide the gray, unappealing truth of low-grade processed meat. You aren't feeding your children a barbecue treat. You're feeding them factory paint and liquid smoke, a cocktail of chemicals designed to mimic a fire that doesn't exist. Every dollar you spend at the drive-thru is a vote for this deception. You're paying a premium for a visual magic trick that bypasses your parental instincts. They've replaced the grill with a branding machine and the chef with a laboratory. In the next few minutes, we are going behind the scenes of the corporate cage. I will show you the industrial machines that print these lies and the secret dyes they use to fool your family. By the end, you will never look at a burger the same way again. Welcome to the death of the flame-grilled lie. Phase 2. The attack. The industrial lie. So, how does a frozen gray slab of mystery meat end up looking like a backyard masterpiece? To understand the scam, we have to look at the branding machines. Inside the corporate cage, there are no charcoal pits. There are no flames. There is only a high-speed conveyor belt and a set of heavy metal rollers heated to a blistering 600 degrees. As the patties move down the line, these rollers press down with immense force. In less than a second, they sear those perfect black lines into the meat. It's not cooking, it's printing. They are literally branding the meat exactly like they brand cattle, but instead of showing ownership, they are branding a lie into your dinner. They do this because they know you eat with your eyes first. Without those marks, that patty looks exactly like what it is: a flat, uninspiring, processed gray disc. The industry knows that in your mind, grill marks equal higher value. By printing these lines, they can charge you a premium price for the cheapest meat possible. It is a visual cue designed to hack your brain and open your wallet. But they don't just attack your eyes, they attack your nose too. To make the illusion complete, you have to smell the fire that isn't there. This is where liquid smoke comes in. This isn't something from a kitchen. It's a chemical byproduct of burning sawdust condensed into a potent industrial liquid. They spray this chemical smoke onto the patties during the branding process. When those hot metal rollers hit the meat, they lock that fake, now smoky scent into the fibers. When you open that bag in your car, your brain smells a BBQ, but your body is actually inhaling a laboratory-created wood byproduct. Look closely at the burgers in their commercials. Now, look at the one in your hand. Have you ever noticed that every single burger in the box has the exact same marks? In a real kitchen, fire is chaotic. Every real grilled steak is different. But in the corporate cage, every line is perfectly straight and spaced exactly the same. That is the signature of a robot, not a chef. You are spending your hard-earned money on a coordinated sensory attack. They've replaced the traditional fire with metal stamps and the natural aroma of wood with chemical sprays. They are selling you an experience that was manufactured in a factory months ago. And they are counting on you being too busy to notice that the flame is just a ghost in the machine. Phase 3. The deep dive. The chemical reality. Now let's go deeper into the laboratory. If those lines aren't made by fire, what are they actually made of? In the food industry, this isn't called a fraud. It's called aesthetic enhancement. But when it ends up on your child's plate, it is a chemical cocktail. To make those fake marks look dark, rich, and charred, the industry often uses a coloring agent known as caramel 4. Do not let the name fool you. This isn't the sweet caramel you find in a dessert. Caramel 4 is a highly processed industrial dye created by reacting sugars with ammonia and sulfites under extreme pressure. In many parts of the world, health advocates have raised red flags about the byproducts of this process. Yet the corporate cage uses it because it is the cheapest way to make a gray frozen patty look like it was kissed by a flame. But the deception goes even further. We need to talk about that smoky taste that lingers in your mouth. On the ingredient label, you'll see it listed as natural smoke flavor. In the corporate cage, natural is the most dangerous word they use. To create liquid smoke, they burn wood, capture the gases, and condense them into a liquid. While it starts from wood, the process concentrates compounds that were never meant to be ingested in high doses. When the factory branding iron hits that meat, it sears these concentrated chemicals directly into the fibers of the patty. You think you are choosing the healthy grilled option for your family, but you are actually handing them a burger that has been chemically smoked to mimic a cooking process that never happened. They are using your desire for cleaner food to sell you more chemicals. Why don't they just use real grills? Because real fire is slow. Real fire is expensive. The Golden Arches and the Burger Kingpin don't want to hire chefs. They want to run machines. They have traded the health and honesty of your meal for the efficiency of a factory conveyor belt. They have replaced the traditional fire, something humans have used for thousands of years, with a high-speed, chemical-drenched branding system. Every time you see those perfect lines, you are looking at a chemical blueprint. You're looking at a map of how to turn a few cents of low-grade meat into a multi-dollar premium meal using paint instead of protein. They are banking on the fact that you are too tired to read the labels and too hungry to question the flame-grilled slogan. But the truth is simple. If they have to use industrial dyes to make the food look like food, is it even food anymore? Take a second and let that sink in. Think about all those Saturday afternoons you spent in the drive-thru. Think about those special treats you bought for your kids because you were tired and wanted to give them something they loved. You thought you were making a better choice. You saw the word grilled and you felt a sense of relief. You felt like you were being a responsible parent by avoiding the deep fryer. But now you know the truth. That smoky flavor your children crave? It's a lab-designed addiction. Those char marks you trusted, they are just ink on a gray canvas. Well, the corporate cage has been reaching into your wallet and taking extra dollars for a flame-grilled experience that literally does not exist. You've been paying a premium for a lie. You've been spending your hard-earned money on paint while they save billions by cutting out the real fire. How many times have you defended these brands? How many times have you craved that specific charcoal taste? That sense of betrayal you're feeling right now is exactly what they spend billions to prevent. They want you to stay in the happy fog of the illusion, so you never stop to ask why every burger looks like it was printed by a laser. They want you to feel satisfied by the fake marks, so you never look at the gray, textureless meat hiding underneath. The regret goes deeper than your bank account. It's the nutritional regret of realizing that instead of giving your children a clean grilled meal, you were unknowingly feeding them a cocktail of liquid smoke and caramel four. You were choosing a different kind of harm, one that was cleverly hidden under an industrial coat of char. You were fooled into thinking visuals equal value. Does it make you angry? It should. You are being treated like a number on a spreadsheet, not a customer. To the corporate cage, your health and your children's health are secondary to the speed of the conveyor belt. They have successfully hacked your brain to love the taste of wood-burning chemicals. Every dollar you spend there is a vote for more deception. You've been a loyal customer to a visual magic trick. And it's time to realize that the most expensive part of that burger wasn't the beef. It was the lie you were sold. Phase 5. The solution: how to break the spell. The corporate cage wants you to think there is no escape. They want you to believe that flame-grilled is just a flavor you have to accept from a laboratory. But now that you've seen the branding iron, the spell is broken. You have the power to stop being a victim of this visual scam. The first step is simple. Start looking past the lines. Next time you're forced to eat fast food, perform the backside test. Flip the patty over. You will notice that often those perfect marks are only on one side, the side meant to face your eyes. The other side is a flat, gray, greasy mess. That is the true face of the meat. Real fire doesn't choose favorites. A real grill marks both sides. If it's only on the top, it's a stamp, not a steak. But the real solution, it's taking your money back to where the fire is real. Look for local businesses that actually have a grill visible from the counter. In the USA, mom and pop burger joints and local BBQ pits are the last line of defense against the corporate cage. When you see a real person flipping a patty over actual charcoal, you are getting the nutrition and the honesty you've been paying for all along. If you want to protect your children, the best value meal is the one you make at home. For the price of one premium fake grilled meal, you can buy high-quality grass-fed beef that doesn't need caramel 4 to look appetizing. When you grill at home, you aren't just feeding your family, you are teaching your children what real food smells like. You are breaking the cycle of chemical addiction that the industry has spent decades building. Stop letting them tell you what fresh looks like. Fresh doesn't come from a printer. Fresh doesn't come in a concentrated liquid smoke bottle. You have the power to vote with your wallet. Every time you skip the golden arches and choose real, unprocessed food, you are sending a message. You are telling the corporate cage that your family is not a lab experiment, and your money is not for sale to the highest bidder of lies. This is the moment of truth. You can walk away from this video and pretend you never saw the branding machines. You can go back to that drive-thru tomorrow, hand over your cash, and let your children bite into those painted lines. You can choose to stay in the fog, believing the billion-dollar slogans while the corporate cage continues to feed you laboratory chemicals instead of real food. But you can never say you didn't know. Every time you see those perfect straight marks from now on, you will see the metal rollers. You will smell the liquid smoke and remember the factory vats. You will see the caramel 4 hiding the gray reality of that meat. The illusion is gone. The flame-grilled lie has been exposed, and now the responsibility is in your hands. The industry is betting that you'll forget. They are betting that your hunger will outweigh your anger. They believe that by next week, you'll be back in line paying a premium for their visual magic trick. They think you are a consumer who can be easily manipulated by a few black lines and a fake smell. Prove them wrong. Protect your children, protect your health, and protect your hard-earned money. Stop funding the deception. Share this truth with every parent you know, because they are being targeted too. The corporate cage only survives as long as we stay silent and keep eating their lies. The fire isn't real, the grill isn't there, and those marks on your plate, they are a chemical secret you are finally free from. The choice is yours. Will you keep eating the lie, or will you demand the truth? The era of the painted patty ends today. Choose wisely.